Here we are.
Coming to you live across the worldwide all-dog network from the WooF Driver Recording Studio Center in Los Angeles, California. Your host, WooF Ditty producer, Bucky Harris.
Hey, how y'all doing this evening? Bucky here calling from the studio of WooF Driver Ditty Show. What this show is about, it's a new show we just started here. And I'm going to host this. Being a musician, I've created and produced some little song ditties about the breeds, all the different breeds. And there's so many breeds that we're going to be talking about on the show. The show will be frequently, almost every evening here. It's about 7:18 Pacific time and 10:18 on the East Coast, and in between, you know what the time is in Central and so forth. We're going to have some fun with this. It's just all about fun and getting some education, which I am getting as I do the research on all the dog breeds. Tonight, for the first show, we're going to deal with the Spaniel breed. Now, I'm going to play the ditty that was that I've created and produced, a short video. It's only like 30 seconds or so. Hopefully a fun little song thing about the Spaniel and so forth. Original kind of little thing to have a little laugh with after we're done talking about all the facts of the breed of the Spaniel. So I'm going to go over a few things. But to start out, I want to talk about the origin of dogs. I'm not sure how many folks know it, and I didn't really know it, but the origin of all domesticated dogs have come from the wolf. The wolf, yeah. Research conducted by Robert Wayne. He was a geneticist, and he has shown that the DNA of domesticated dogs and wolves differ only by 1%. It's quite interesting. It's theorized, that wild wolves associated with early man eating leftover food at their camps. I mean, they got to eat too. They're hungry. They've been searching around. They find a camp, get leftovers. And the relationship grew when wolves offered man protection in return, believe it or not. So that's kind of interesting. Eventually the wolves adapted and were selectively bred to serve as the purposes of man, transforming them into the many breeds that exist today. So that's an interesting forethought. The Spaniel, okay, Cocker Spaniels, which we're most familiar with, the little guys with the flappy ears, they're descended from Spaniels, one of the oldest breeds of dogs. Now, Spaniels have become a part of history in the stories by Chaucer in Old English history, Shakespeare, and even played a part in England's separation from the Catholic Church when Lord Wiltshire's Cocker Spaniel bit on the toe Pope Clement VIII. My, ouch. And in the end, Henry VIII severed his relationships with the Catholic Church on account of that little cocker. Unbelievable. Spaniels may have arrived in England during Caesar's invasion before BC, 54-55 before Christ. And it's assumed Spaniels originated from Spain, as the word Spaniel may be derived from Hispania, Spain, so forth, or from a French phrase, chiens de, I can't say, a dog of Spain is what it translates. Spaniels were especially bred to flush out the game in dense brush. So they were hunters, so to speak. By the late 1600s, the Spaniels had become specialized into water and land breeds. So the English Water Spaniel, which is now extinct, was used to specialize into water and to retrieve waterfowl shot down with arrows. No guns. Land Spaniels were comprised of setting spaniels, that crept forward and pointed their game, allowing hunters to ensure them with nets and springing spaniels. Those that sprang pheasants and partridges for hunting with falcons, and rabbits for hunting with greyhounds. And during the 17th century, the role of the Spaniel dramatically changed as the Englishmen became hunting with flintlocks for wing shooting. I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds good. So they transformed these untrained wild beaters to smooth, polished gun dogs. Yes. Now what I'm going to do during this about a half an hour or so program tonight, I'm going to play the little ditty and we'll sing it over the track that I produced. about 3 times. So those of you that tune in late get to hear it, or if you get cut off or whatever. So I'm going to play that in just a few minutes here, just after we talk about the ancestry of the Cocker Spaniels. So you have Spaniels. Then they're broken into 2 groups, like I said, a Water Spaniel, which is called the English Water Spaniel, and Land Spaniels. Then the Land Spaniels are separated into 2 distinct groups called Setting Spaniels, English Setter, you've heard of those. We'll actually explore that breed maybe another time itself. And Springing Spaniels. Now, our family had a Springer Spaniel named Sparky. He passed away years ago up in Santa Cruz, California. He was a great guy. He used to go out and roam around, and he'd keep an eye on everything. He was quite a blonde, you know. He wasn't like your little cocker. Springer Spaniels are wider, longer, skinnier. Then the Springer Spaniel is broken into a large and small. English Springer Spaniel, and the small one's called the English Cocker Spaniel or Sussex Spaniel. That's the one most of us relate to a Cocker Spaniel, those little guys with the clipped tails. And we're going to talk about those tails and why they're clipped and called docked tails in just a moment. But let me go ahead and let's check out this little ditty here. That's why it's called WooF Ditty. P Ditty, WooF Ditty. I'm the WooF Ditty. So here we go. Let's just count this off and see what this sounds like here. Oh yeah, there's little Daniel, ain't nothing but a spaniel. He'll jump up on my dockers like a cute, cuddly cocker. Got big old soft flappy ears, he's so friendly, he has no fears. That's my little Daniel, ain't nothing but a spaniel. Ain't nothing but a spaniel, now that's my little Daniel. He'll jump up on my dockers like a cute, cuddly cocker. Got those big old soft flappy ears, he's so friendly, has no fears. That's my little Daniel, ain't nothing but a spaniel. Okay, that's our little ditty for Daniel the Spaniel. Okay, now if any of you out there have any questions, please go ahead and comment on the site here, and I'll try to get them and get back to you on those. Any questions that you may have. I mean, there's so much history on all the breeds, so we got plenty of time, and the show's going to go on indefinitely. I mean, we're going to cover as many breeds as we can. So you just stay tuned in each evening about this time, if that works for you, and then also send in a breed that you want me to give some history on and write a ditty for, if it isn't already written. I've got about 20, 25 of these already written. We'll try to take those first, but once again, we take requests and be glad to write a ditty for you. So, going on with the program here, we're going to talk about the tail. Okay, tail docking. Now this may not be as pleasant to hear as you like, but you know, it's one of those things that you have to do. And it seems necessary to explain the practice of tail docking since it's been used on Cocker Spaniels throughout history. Most archived photos and drawings illustrate the Cocker Spaniel with a docked tail. That means snipped, you know, down pretty low to half its size or 2/3 of the tail being removed. Ouch. Breeders would use a sharp pair of shears to do it. Ooh, my goodness, to complete that task. Now you could go to the vet, I'm sure, but the thing is they don't put them under anesthetic, so it's a little painful. The reason tails were docked was to prevent injury, as the dog would run through the heavy brush while flushing out game. So I don't know what's worse, getting your tail nicked on a rose bush thorn or getting it cut off with the shears. But however, today's Cocker Spaniels are kept mostly as pets rather than hunters. Tail docking does have effects, though, and you probably wonder about that, perhaps, on the animal. Even when performed by a veterinarian, the animal is seldom anesthetized. No anesthetic by local or general anesthetic due to the risks involved in that anesthetic. The procedure is painful, causing stress to the animal. Well, that's not a happy thing to know if you take your cocker in and get that done if he doesn't already have it done. So, you know, you might want to close your eyes on that one. Stay in the waiting room, you know. There's always a risk of infection, too, you know. and possibly death from the procedure. So it's just one of those things, you know, for information. I didn't know that. Other risks could include hemorrhaging, meningitis, chronic pain, or loss of sensation. That's not good either. Tail docking also affects the dog's balance and gait. And because of its docked tail, the Cocker Spaniel resorts to a spread stance for static balance. It seems the tail docking has behavioral effects on dogs as well. Psychologist Stanley Coren states that dogs with docked tails seem to be victims of aggressive encounters with other dogs. Apparently, dogs use their tails as part of their body language when communicating with each other. Dogs with docked tails unintentionally send out mixed signals to other dogs, resulting in possible aggressive attacks. There you have it, you know what I mean? During the 1900s, American Cocker Spaniel captured the hearts of the world for the first time in 1921, which is a while back, and American Cocker Spaniel became the first of its breed to win the Best in Show at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. So the reason is quite clear. If you've ever owned an American Cocker Spaniel, you know, but it's at its best. He's his best. He's one of the best. The smallest of the sporting dogs, with floppy ears, large, soulful eyes, and joyful disposition that always responds to affection. Always. The Cocker Spaniel is one of the most lovable and popular dogs on earth. In fact, the public was so enamored with the American Cocker that it held the #1 position in the American Kennel Club, AKC, registrations for a solid 16 years in a row. A feat that no other breed has accomplished. Sounds to me like a Honda Accord, the Ord, you know, forever. Maybe you can take your Cocker and your Honda, and they relate into #1. So what we're going to do is we're going to play our little ditty again about our favorite little Cocker here. His name is Daniel. He's one of our viewers' dogs. And once again, if you have any breed that you would like me to use in the show and go over all this history and write a ditty for and so forth and play it during the show, I'd be happy to do so. So just comment on this thing and on Facebook. And let me play this real quick, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the WooF driver who's created this whole phenomena about dogs. He has 4 beautiful huskies and does amazing things. I'm going to tell you about his website and all the creative songs and material that our team has done over the last almost 7 years now. That can be found online. That's amazing. All about the dogs and, you know, so forth and so on. It's just amazing stuff, and it's like a Disneyland about dogs. Pretty incredible. So let me go ahead and play this again for you. This is a little ditty about the Spaniel. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, now there's little Daniel, ain't nothing but a Spaniel. He'll jump up on my dockers like a cute cuddly Cocker. Got big old soft flappy ears, he's so friendly, he has no fears. That's my little Daniel, ain't nothing but a Spaniel. Oh yeah, then there's my little Daniel, ain't nothing but a Spaniel. He'll jump up on my dockers like that cute little cuddly Cocker. Got no fears, flappy ears, he's so friendly, has no fears. That's my little Daniel, ain't nothing but a Spaniel. Okay, that's a little ditty we wrote for the Spaniel breed. And we're going to have little song ditties like that. Some are a little longer than that, for sure. Anywhere from 1 minute to 2 minutes. That one happens to be a short and sweet one. About Daniel, ain't nothing but a Spaniel. Now, the WooF Driver website, woofdriver.com, has just oodles of information about the WooF Driver and what he's created in his life. You're not going to find anybody else like this gentleman and what he does with his dogs and the love of these dogs and the adventures and the contraptions and the things he uses for mushing, which you'll understand that's going out on these carts, sacco carts, and all kinds of things. You can skateboarding, skiing, and the material. There's videos and songs. I think we did over 100 pieces of material. A lot of original stuff that the WooF Driver wrote the lyrics, and our musical team produced the music and put music to his lyrics. And some of the stuff are like short stories. They're very interesting. And you just need to take time. It's like going to Disneyland. You get to Disneyland, and you're not there for 5 minutes. You're there for a day or two at least, to even not even touch all the fun. It's all fun. Fun and interesting. Stuff you've never seen before. And amazing stuff. And what it leads to is the possibility that you yourself may take your dog or dogs and start doing some of these adventures, learn something about how to take care of them, food, feeding, habits, training. There's just everything on here. On the creative side, the website is wooftunes.com. That would be WOOFTUNES.com. Now this site is where all this material, creative material, the songs, there's poetry, there's news reads, there are songs that we wrote specifically for dogs' birthdays that you sent in requests for us to write a ditty about their birthday or about their dog with information that you provided about your dog, personal information. There's all kinds of things, and you have to just take your time and go through it. Now, the Woof Driver himself is an artist. Incredible. And there are these Woof Driver logos, like the one you see back here. I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but it's a husky in the Woof Driver. And he has a logo for each piece of material. Audio, tunes, the videos with material, songs and videos. He has these gorgeous, colorful, creative logos for each song that are amazing. Along with the original material, I might add, there are scads of parodies of songs that you know, most of you know, AC/DC, Fleetwood Mac, Mark Knopfler, Elton John, Johnny Cash, Mariah Carey. It goes on and on of parodies about the dogs that he's written the original lyrics to parody in those tunes. A lot like Weird Al Yankovic did for a long time, if anybody's familiar with that. Now, some of the younger folks here that are on board here, a lot of this stuff will be new to you. But I guarantee you, you'll like it. And if you're a rock and roller, the ACD stuff is unbelievable. And so forth and so on. So what you need to do, I'm seeing a few things here. There's a boxer named Rudy for Bethany out there. Matt Marchand, he loves boxers. He's responding to Ruby. And saying hi to her, to Bethany's boxer. That's so cool. A lot, she says hi. LOL, laugh out loud. Bethany says hi. So does Cooper. Cooper says hi. Let me scroll down. So y'all are tuned in. That's so cool. And my name is Bucky. I'm out here in the Los Angeles area. And I'm going to be doing this show for Bill, the Woof Driver. And he's just a beautiful, generous guy. Now, there's other shows running live on the feed. You might have already noticed it on Facebook if you go to Woof Driver. You've got the Woof Driver News with my dear friend, Britt Savage, coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee. Britt is just a wonderful person who loves pets. And she has some incredible things, stories on her show. So you want to tune in and watch her show. I also do jingles, commercial jingles, business I have. And Britt is one of my dear, wonderful jingle singers over the last 10 years. Now, there's also another show with a gentleman, his name is Dean Miller. Now, he's also from Nashville. He's the son of Roger Miller. Trailers for sale, big icon star. This is one of his sons. And he is a professional dog counselor and trainer. And he's doing the show for Bill about training issues and so forth. Amazing information, amazing guy. I mean, he knows his stuff. I watched his show and I was just blown away. I think he's done 1 or 2 or 3 already. So all these different feeds are coming through live on Facebook. And it's just great information for everybody and fun. And it'll just get you closer to your pet and all kinds of things. I mean, there's no limits here. So any questions you have, please send them in. And I have a boxer already done. Matter of fact, next show tomorrow night will come on about the same time, about 7 to 7:30 Pacific time. And wherever your time zone is, you can watch accordingly. I mean, the latest is 10:30 on the East Coast. That's not too late. And, we're trying to keep it, 20, 30 minutes, not too long, and so forth. So I hope you're enjoying what's going on here with the WooF Drivers project. This is a new concept ever since the live streaming opportunity came onto Facebook, and I think we're one of the WooF Drivers, one of the pioneers of using this tool, this technology, to bring you this information. Now, remember, he's always on, almost every day when he goes out on his fun runs with his dogs all over the place. I mean, it's incredible stuff, and gives you all kinds of information. And hopefully your connection's good, our connection's good, you're not losing anything. But again, if you are, there's always the next day, and there's something else. So let me see if there's anything else tonight we want to talk about on about the Cocker, or the Spaniel. There's something else to know about the future. And I would say this goes for most all breeds, but just to know, somebody recently went to an online adoptable pet database and was very disheartened to discover that over 1,000 homeless Cocker Spaniels in the United States. Homeless Cockers, 1,000 or more. It's clear the American public is no longer enamored with their Cocker. However, puppy mills and the backyard breeders continue to prey on the American Cocker Spaniels, squeezing every last cent they can get out of them. The breeders of Cocker Spaniels control the health and temperament of the breed. Some breeders of Cockers, like Trish Jackson, are attempting to revitalize the breed. She's breeding her Spaniels for the qualities the original American Cocker Spaniel had. Well-bred hunting dogs like their English counterparts. With hard work and with the love of the breed, she's able to produce the first American Cocker field trial champion since 1960. And it appears that show Cockers suffered most of the effects of poor breeding. These are things that I don't know, just learning, But research is just a certain amount of time you spend, and it's because you have the passion to want to know. And if you love dogs, you're going to love them all. And know why they do this, why they do that, what their nature is. A lot has to do with how they're brought up and bred. Now, my dog, I'm going to bring Buster in tomorrow night for the show. He's kind of sleeping today because we went out on a ride. And we're going to talk about riding the dogs versus walking them with a device that goes on your bike. And actually, I'm going to probably bring that into the studio and show it to you. And you can purchase those through the WooF Driver or online. It's called the Bike Springer. Incredible tool for dogs that really need to more than just walk and pull you because they have so much energy and they like to run and so forth. It's just a great tool. I've been using it ever since he was 10 weeks old as a pup, and it's just amazing. I do it every day. We'll also talk about the Walk for a Dog app for your iPhone and for your Android device. Again, I'll just tease you with that only because it's a great free app that enables you to track your walking or riding or whatever you do with your dog. When you go out, it's got GPS. It shows where you went, how long you went, your average speed, how long and how far, and so forth. And then that translates into sending that information to a database that, again, provides you with a choice of a shelter to then send contributions through how much you use it. If I think it's each quarter of the year, 4 times a year, it compiles, and so much per mile, dollars, cents, goes in the form of a check to the shelter of your choice. Free money for you to send just because you participate in using this app when you walk. And it also tells you, you want to walk a mile? No, I did a 1.1. I didn't even know I was out that long. And I went average of so many miles per hour and so forth, and it took me 20 minutes or whatever I did. It's a great tool for your own, just like those bands you use when you work out, and it checks everything you're doing. Walk for a Dog. You can check that out online on the app stores. Walk for a Dog. Free download. Check it out. You put a picture of your dog on there, the name of your dog, and pick a shelter in your area, wherever it may be, that participates in accepting those donations. It's just a wonderful thing. there's all these things, all these great things. So we're going to put all this together. It's hard to do in one show. So keep tuned. We're going to try to do these as many times a week as we can. I don't have an exact schedule. Tomorrow night I should have a schedule of what days, if not every day, during the week or even on weekends for that matter, we may be doing the show. Most shows we'll try to keep them around this time length. We'll see how it goes, and we don't want to lose your interest. We want you to, have fun doing this. Here we have Jackie Jarrell too. I don't know why they're doing that. Jackie Jarrell, Marley is a Jack Russell and Winnie dog. I'm not sure what a Winnie dog is. Maybe you can tell me, but we'll do a Jack Russell breed, and we'll do a Ditty. Let's see. Yeah, just keep them coming. Just keep them coming. We love to hear from you and interact, and if you have any questions. And anything I can't answer, I can call my boss up, the Wolf Driver, and say, Wolf Driver, we got a question about the best food for a so-and-so, or et cetera, et cetera. I mean, there's just any question you may have. Awesome show, man. Keep it coming. Well, I really appreciate that, because you know what? I love my dog, and I love dogs. And Bill, since I met him, he called me one day out of nowhere on the internet on jingleads.com, jingleads.com, my jingle site where I produce jingles. He says, hey man, I just found you online. Can you write me a theme song for Wolf Driver? I go, what is Wolf Driver? And I knew nothing about huskies and mushing. Mushing means you go out and there's all these commands. I mean, we're going to go, I'll do a show on the huskies too. And but he has all this information. And so I wrote a theme and we developed this relationship. It worked out. And that's one of the first pieces of material that's on the Wolf Driver site. And we just started thinking, he goes, man, I got all this stuff I want to say, and I want you to put music to it. And that became our relationship started, and our team of singers and writers and that I have in my production company put together the wolftunes.com material, so to speak. Was rap music on there. There's everything. I mean, it's just amazing. Like a Disneyland for dogs. Just fun. Fun. Younger kids get into it. I think they're going to be blown away rather than sitting there and playing Xbox all day, and what have you, and watching iCarly. You're going to be on your iPad on the site checking it out, because it's something else, and it creates a love and brings out the love that you can't describe when you have a dog, and we all know that. We all got the best dog in the world. That's great, because every dog in the world is the best dog in the world. I love that. So we're going to sign off right now. That's enough information for this show. And we're going to keep this thing going. Let me see if there's anybody else out here. Okay, we're going to play this ditty one more time. Like I say, this is the Wolf Ditty show coming to you from the West Coast here in Los Angeles. Here's one more. Tracy Klein. I have 3 labs. 1 black, Jasmine. 2 chocolate, Scooby-Doo and Lucky Doo. I am teaching my dog some commands like come left. Any other suggestions? I'm not the trainer, but again, I can ask Bill. Now, there are commands for the huskies. I know some of them by heart, but it's a while back since I looked into that and asked the Wolf Driver about it. I will get some answers for you for tomorrow night. And also, if you tune into the Wolf Driver's feed on with Dean Miller out of Nashville. He's the dog counselor, and send him these questions, because he's a master professional trainer in Nashville, and he'd be able to probably answer these better than I can. But again, I won't fail to ask myself. And we also have sled dog commands. Will be Wolf Drivers telling me they're the same as sled dog commands like he uses, and he'll be posting them soon. So keep an eye out for that. I just saw a message from him. This is too much fun. I mean, what can I say? So one more time, talking about the Spaniel tonight and our little friend Daniel, the Cocker Spaniel. I'm going to go ahead and do this one more time. This is a little original ditty from the WooF Ditty Show. I'm Bucky, and I'll be talking to you very soon tomorrow night. So tune in again and go to woofdriver.com. You can send him any questions and so forth. Check out all the material. It'll take you a while. It's an ongoing thing. It's not just a one-day deal. A little bit at a time, and you'll be amazed at some of the stuff that's on there. It's just fun. It's fun. What can I tell you? All right, so here we go one more time. Oh yeah, then there's my little Daniel, ain't nothing but a spaniel. He'll jump up on my dockers like that cute and cuddly cocker. Got one big, two flappy ears, he's so friendly, has no fears. That's my little Daniel, ain't nothing but a spaniel. Yeah, oh there's nothing like a spaniel, that's my little Daniel. He'll jump up on my dockers like a cute cuddly cocker. Got big old soft flappy ears, he's so friendly, has no fears. That's my little Daniel, ain't nothing but a spaniel. All right, well, that's about it for tonight. You know, there we go. What can I tell you? Yeah.
Coming to you live across the worldwide all-dog network from the WooF Driver Recording Studio Center in Los Angeles, California. Your host, WooF Ditty producer, Bucky Harris.
Woo! See you tomorrow night.